Are you a brand new player who just finished the tutorial and you don't know exactly how to earn money? Well, in this video, we're going to show you exactly, step by step, the things that you need to do to be able to afford your very first set for your active day-to-day activities. Now, Albion is a sandbox MMORPG where you are what you wear, and as a result of that, having good gear implies that you're gonna have better results and a better overall gaming experience. But gear, however, is expensive. So this game is very reliant on money. Now money is silver. Now if you check the market, you'll very quickly find out that everything is super expensive. So making money becomes a very important task on hand. The first thing that we have to do is actually leave the starter zones, which are the crosses. Now, every cross has a major city next to it. In this case, we are in the Highland Cross, meaning that we are next to the Martlock area. So we are going to be going straight into Martlock. Now, in order to find out exactly how to go to the city, what we have to do is we have to open our map and see where should we zone. In this case, we have to go southeast, so that's where we go. So once you finally finalize your trip to Martlock, you are in the major hub, one of the biggest cities in the game, and as you can see, there are a lot more players than the ones you found on the crosses. The first thing that we're going to be doing is going straight into the expedition manager, and it's on this location where we are gonna make our first little bit of silver. Now you can literally do this with the tutorial gear, but I recommend you upgrading it to tier 3 with the very little silver you have. Now there are 3 types of expeditions. There's solo, there's groups, and then there's hardcore. In this case, we are going to be focusing on the solo ones, as this is mostly for solo players. Now, there are 3 tiers within the solo category, which is the tier 3, the tier 4, and the tier 5. Now, the tier 3, if you finish, will give you a royal sigil pouch, as well as a little bit of silver. The next one, the tier 4, requires a little bit more item power, or IP as we call it, which basically means you have to have a little bit better gear. But since we're using pretty much low tier, such as tier 2s and tier 3s, we're not going to be able to do these ones yet. The only difference is they give you a little bit more silver, only 2.5k more, so it's nothing over the top. So we're going to be doing this hardcore expedition, or this solo expedition, and we're going to be clearing it as fast as we can. Now on the beginning, I recommend you killing every single mob that you find, but the more times you do this, the easier you pick it up, and you only have to kill actually a handful of mobs, and you don't need to clear the whole dungeon.
You said that you've been lonely, makes you cold as ice. To get to know me, the better than the lies. No way I'd let you slip by. No way.
Now once you finish this, basically what happens is you get 1 royal sigil pouch. Now this sells for around 35 to 36,000 silver. But you can open it, and if you're lucky enough, you can actually get royal sigils that are up to 200,000 silver. So it's a little bit of a gamble. Now, we're going to be selling this straight in the marketplace, and the next thing we're going to be doing is using this silver to upgrade our gear. In this case, we are going to upgrade it to 4.1 to 4.0. And then we're going to get around 600 IP, which is enough to make us go do our next content, which are going to be arenas. Now arenas are non-lethal areas where you can fight other players to cap points and win or lose. Think of it as a little League of Legends in Albion Online. Now if you win an arena, you'll get another royal sigil pouch. In this case, you can get up to 3 per day, meaning that you can get up to 150,000 silver. And guess what? This 150,000 silver is more than enough to buy our next set. So we're gonna play our arenas. Sometimes you can queue as a healer or a DPS. If you play healer, make sure to actually use a healer build, or you can get severely punished. And if you're playing DPS, always focus on getting the most damage that you can.
You said there ain't no reason, but I sit here every
Now that you've done this, what we have to do next is pretty straightforward. We are gonna be rinse and repeating this until we have the 3 wins and we get our 150,000 silver. Once we do so, we can actually sell these items and buy our items into a bigger enchantment, in this case a 4.2, which guess what, is the equivalent of a tier 6, meaning that we are already really far ahead with just 30 minutes or 40 of gameplay compared to someone who has been playing for even a couple of days. Now this is what I recommend for you to get your first set. But what should exactly you do afterwards? Well, Albion just updated their journal quests. So if you haven't, be sure to check it out, as it's really good if you want to make some money and some fame. Now fame is Albion's XP. So if you press J, you'll open journal and you'll see very quickly first steps. Now here you'll find 4 categories: adventurer, duelist, gatherer, and learning the ropes. Now you should focus on getting all these to the maximum, because if you do so, you'll be expanding your horizons and you'll be understanding the game, as well as getting a lot of silver, a lot of fame, and even some items you can use along your journey. Well, what do I recommend you doing after? Well, take this build and go out there, explore, do camps, do open world mobs, gather, do dungeons, do mists, like the world is yours to take. And try to enjoy and explore Albion as much as you can, because Albion is a huge sandbox MMORPG, and as you guessed it, the more you do, the more you have fun. Now regarding the builds that you choose, it's very important that you pick a good one. Now I'm not saying that you shouldn't be creating your own, but there are 1001 different players that already know the ropes of the game, and they can give you a way better insight of what exactly is Albion Online and what are the best builds for you to do. For this, what you can do is just ask a friend, ask people in the game, or even search online for the best builds of a specific content, and you'll very quickly find a lot of content creators giving you great insights on what exactly you should be building as a new player for X amount of content. Anyways, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have any questions, make sure to drop them down below in the comment section and I'll try to answer you as soon as possible. And with this, I also want to make sure that if you want to learn how to make money like me and get billions of silver, you can always check out my channel where I have a ton of different guides about money making in Albion Online, which is my specialty. So if that's any of your interest, make sure to check down the links down below. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much, and as usual, Nendys out.